Yeah! It's actually 4:20 in the central time zone, so if you light them if you got them, and we're dedicating this 4:20 today to Ian of Free Talk Live. Thank him for all the help that he did. That's why we have the phones today. Also, Brian with We Are Change, Alabama. I appreciate the help that they did to make this come about. You want to join us on the show? 218-632-9399, 218-632-9399. I want to bring Dan in Phoenix back up on the show. Dan, welcome back to the No State Project.
How you guys doing?
Doing great. So you're asking me about how quickly a judge is going to jump down your throat if you don't enter a plea. I want to just point out, you don't want to go in and refuse to plea. Right. Don't give them legal grounds to enter a plea for you. Go in with an unsigned plea of guilty or no contest, which I think you emailed me during the show. I'll email you after the show, which I have available.
Okay.
And
well, let me give you an update on my case.
Yeah,
okay?
I want to hear this. This sounds pretty good.
Well, without getting into any details, my girlfriend was a witness. They were going to call her as a witness, right, which was a laugher. At any rate, they sent her this letter and said, now let me read it to you. It's real short. This letter is to inform.
Did the man take care of Dan there for a moment? What? JT, still with us?
I'm here.
Dan? He's going to read the letter on how his girlfriend got a letter from the court that the proceedings were against Dan were vacated, and we lost Dan.
Wow! Did Langley cut his Skype feed?
I didn't think it was that important. I mean, I don't take that the wrong way, Dan. Wow! Apparently, we lost Dan, so. Dan is going to have to give us a call back. I don't know what happened there. Dan? Yeah, we'll clear a line and Dan can give us a call back. But we want to move on. We have area code. We have David in New Hampshire. David, welcome back to the No State Project. Yeah, David from New Hampshire. You're back on the No State Project. You're live.
Oh, yeah. Hi. How you doing now?
Doing great. I'm glad you called back.
I know. My neighbor knocked on the door. I had to get to the store. But, no, I'm just a first-time caller, and or a listener. And I was just, listening to see what the No State Project was all about.
Oh, well, I remember I spoke to you. You called when I was guest hosting for Ernest Hancock on Declare Your Independence.
No.
Well, okay, then. Well, I'll have to edit my software here. Okay. So what's going on today?
Oh, not too much. How about you?
Well,
doing a radio show.
Doing a radio show, and if you want to listen off air, you can do that. But if you've got a question or comment about bringing about a voluntary society or dealing with the IRS or a traffic ticket, we'd be happy to hear it.
No, I don't have any questions today. I just thought I'd listen in.
Well, okay. Well, I appreciate that. And if you have a question or comment, you're more than welcome to call into the show. Well, thank you. Okay.
Okay,
all right.
You.
Thank you. All right. Well, it looks like we've got Dan in Phoenix back. Dan, welcome back to the No State Project.
Hi, am I back?
Yeah, you're back on. You're telling us about the letter to your girlfriend.
Yeah, let me spew this out real quick. It says, this letter is to inform you that the above entitled case for which you /letter to appear as a witness on behalf of the city has been vacated. But then the next paragraph says, you do not have to appear in court on the date indicated above. However, you have not been released as a witness in the case. You will be notified by the subpoena /letter of any further proceedings that require your attendance in court. Sincerely, Deputy City Attorney.
Very nice.
So I sent the prosecutor's office the motion to dismiss, and I never got any response from it yet. The court date's on February 7th.
But
I'm wondering if they're just going to...
But isn't this letter to vacate that? This letter isn't for the same situation, the same proceedings where it's been vacated?
Right. But they haven't notified me.
Well, I would definitely give them a call on Monday and see if they're notifying your girlfriend.
Right.
Unless, they're notifying your girl.
It's possible that they're going to make me impeach the cop.
Okay.
Right? Do you think so?
Well, make you? Well, maybe I'm not understanding. When it was vacated, it was vacated against you, isn't it?
Well, the case is against me, yes.
Yeah, so they sent notice to your girlfriend that it's been vacated against you.
Well, the case has been vacated. They didn't mention my name in the letter at all. Just the case number.
I would get a clarification on Monday before we start celebrating.
Yeah, I'm not celebrating. I mean, it's a good sign, but I'm not celebrating because I think they're going to make me impeach the cop.
Well, if it comes, but you haven't even entered a plea yet, have you?
No, absolutely not.
Right. So to get back to that, I would stand on the motion to dismiss. Ask him point blank. I know this is something that was mentioned a number of times, and just recently on the chat, on the Skype chat. When it comes to the motion, ask them if they've read it.
Okay.
You want to know if they're going to disagree with it and not give you any dialogue on it. You want to know what they disagree with. What part do you disagree with? Let's go through this. Let's just take a few. The motion's only 2 pages long. Let's just go through and see what part and get some dialogue on it. And if you're going to plea, if they're going to force you to do that, you want to make sure you have the unsigned plea that you have to, of no contest, let's say, that you have to sign, and you just have some questions, and that's when you move into the script.
Right. Okay. So I'm just wondering when he's going to blow his stack. I'm not refusing to plea, right, at any time. But if I keep asking questions, will he proceed against me? I mean, without me pleading.
Yes, he will. He will hold you over for trial. In the situation I'm dealing with, the black-robed wonder lawyer said, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to get a trial date for you, and they'll just steamroll over you.
Well, not always. It depends not always. But that's a common way of doing it. But if they're going to enter a plea on your behalf, then you ask them on whose behalf, and you want to make the point, that he's representing you. Now, I'm trying to remember. Are you involved in a felony situation, or is it just misdemeanor?
I think it's disorderly conduct.
Oh, okay. All right, that's right. All right, yeah. So I would move in if they're going to deny the motion. I would move right into the script with my and tell them that I intend on pleading no contest. I just have a few questions. Just don't push it. If you make your objections, if he's going to enter a plea on your behalf, you ask your questions, you make your objection. If it doesn't, then just get out of there and deal with it on paper later instead of trying to push the judge into a rage, because that's not going to help you at all.
Right. So just let it go. Just object and then just let it go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so email me. I'm sorry. We got to be real quick.
But just cross-examine the cop.
Well, and we'll get to that if you have to do that. My name is Mark Stevens. This is the No State Project. We're taking your calls today, 218-632-9399, 218-632-9399. We'll be back in just a moment.